Hello, guys. This is To All the Crowded Rooms. My name is Mikey. This is episode 1. Today we have 2 members from the band Your Persona. I'm going to give them a little introduction. To my right here, I have the sweet soft boy, cancer-defeating, engaged, berries and cream boy, perfect hairline-looking ass, Italian stallion, angsty vocalist, Matt Campione. And to my left, I have the controversial Gary V. Prodigy, who might be on Adderall, right with the golden app, the ninja in the pit, Jonathan Davis idolizing, hoop earring sporting, Halloween king himself, Jose Martinez, or Jose Bezos. What's up, guys?
Bro, that was probably the best introduction we've ever gotten.
Yeah.
Hey, man, gotta do it big.
No one's ever going to top that.
Yeah, can we just talk about you now?
No.
All right, let's stay on track. All right, whatever.
All right, so I want to talk to you, Matt. Tell me about how you learned to sing or you decided when to be a frontman.
Oh, okay. So it's funny. So I remember when I was really young, like 10 or 11, me and my friends would like sing on the phone, like weird, to like Under Oath.
Okay.
It's just like reinventing your exit. Like that whole album, for some reason, I remember we would sing that front to back and like yell. Like, I'm sure it wasn't pleasant, like at least for whoever was on the receiving end for me.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, but like for some reason, I just remember then I was like, I really, that band really influenced me, I guess, in a lot of ways. It was like one of many bands. So, but yeah.
So yeah.
And singing in the car.
For me,
sorry.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So for me, I sing a lot in the car, and that's a big thing. But yeah, that's cool. Like, so what like actual vocal training have you had? Just singing on the telephone?
Well, I took vocal lessons in high school with the choir teacher, but I only took like 3 or 4 lessons, and then kind of just went my own way with it. But yeah.
Cool. Well, I noticed in your music you do a lot of screaming stuff, and I think you have a very unique style of scream, or it's somewhere in between like a scream and a yell, like a perfect balance between the two. How do you make it so that your voice doesn't blow out if you're about to do a run of shows? For me, that's like a very hard thing to do. Not trying to push myself 100 on the first night of a run, and then the second night, my voice just being completely blown out. How do you manage to go night after night doing that?
Well, yeah, trust me, I've been there too, man. So it's crazy. Like, I mean, mind you, that still happens. Like, but I've learned to like do warm-ups for at least 5 to 10 minutes before. So I'll go through like scales and like.
Where do you get your skills from?
A bunch of YouTube videos that I've pulled and grabbed from over the years and just like put it all together into like one cluster like of runs, I suppose.
Do you just like type in like tenor runs or?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But I also go up and down the scale according to like when I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna go down because that's like way high for my range. You know what I mean? So I'll get the whole entire scale in there. So. I also take a lot from Melissa Cross,
Yeah. I have her DVD set. Actually.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so she does like a whole entire like hour, 2 hours worth of like warm-ups. I don't do all that, but I pulled and grabbed some stuff here and there too. So
I don't know if you know this, but you know Greg from Actor Observer.
Yeah.
He actually had a lesson with Melissa Cross.
Oh, no way!
Yeah,
that's awesome.
She's in Long Island. He like drove down to see her. And it was supposed to be like an hour session for like $300. She charged him cheaper and went longer.
Oh wow, that's cool.
That would be like a dream for me. To be
that's awesome.
Honest, because like she's just like the OG. Like she's the guru,
Our friend Eddie actually did too. You know Eddie from My First Castle.
Oh yeah, he did. Shout out Eddie, My First Castle. What's good?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mickey Mallory actually.
Oh.
This guy like 8
My
bands.
bad. Whatever.
And the other one. Mickey and Mallory. There you go.
Yeah.
So despite as I introduced you, the great hairline-looking ass, you actually had cancer. Can you tell us your cancer story?
Sure. So it was like in 2014. I got sick for a little bit with testicular cancer, and it came back like 4 times after surgeries and chemo and all that. So
How old were you when you first got diagnosed cancer?
24.
Wow.
Yeah, in 2014.
What were the signs?
A very large testicle.
Really?
Yeah. So
you're
pain.
just walking around with big ass balls?
Well, it kind of like
balls were
it
hard.
started. Ooh, I spit. It started as like way less significant than a big nut, but gradually got there, but very quickly. Like surprisingly quickly, because I put it off, but not for like long. But
I haven't
But yeah,
seen
that-
a doctor in years, so like, if something was going wrong with me, it's probably at stage 5.
You're already on your way out, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Well, anyway, it wasn't like so it was pretty painful. So I went. I seen a doctor, and they were like, oh, if you wanted any kind of cancer, this is the kind you want. I'm like, well, no. So I don't want any kind, obviously. But so he was like, yeah, you're 97% curable. You'll do 1 round of chemo. We'll take your nut out. You'll be fine. I'm like, okay,
so
whatever.
Telling me you only have 1 nut in the sack right now?
1 nut in the sack. Yeah.
Wow. Have you noticed anything different?
No.
You're still more of a man than most people.
Do you still have any lids?
Thanks, man.
You don't have to answer that. But
He just wants to know for personal reasons.
have you drawn from experiences with the music? Because I know that your guys' one album, Metastatic, dude. I remember before I even knew you guys, I saw and I heard through the grapevine that the singer of Your Persona, he had cancer and he was battling. There was the Mosh for Matt show and stuff like that.
That's how I met. Yeah, that's how we met.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I saw that album cover. I was like, damn, bro. Basically, for the viewers, if you check these guys out, they have an album cover which is just a hand holding a bunch of hair as if someone's like losing their hair because they have cancer, and it's just like it's sad. Like, I'm sure like the anxiety of being young and having something like cancer is just something mind blowing and like.
Yeah.
That's Matt's hair
Yes.
and Matt's hands.
Yeah, it was
Any
super.
song particular off that album that was like straight up about the cancer experience?
Well, the opening and the last song.
Which ones were they?
Wishing Wells and Wasted Change.
I fucking love the song
and
Wishing Wells.
and Big Blind. The opening.
intro.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Oh
intro.
yeah, that song's a jam
Yeah.
too. Quick banger.
Thank you.
Quick like fire hall banger. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, thanks.
Yep. No, because your guys' early stuff sounds a lot like fire hall emo, like the shit like 2006 shit, like.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah,
But
those were the days.
another question I wanted to ask you was, I saw from like previous music videos and stuff, you used to play guitar for the band.
Mm-hmm.
When did you decide to make the switch over to just holding the microphone and you guys bringing Eddie in, as well as was it like a move for you to like focus more on vocals, and if you may have had trouble playing guitar singing at the same time?
Well, yeah, I do miss actually playing guitar and singing at the same time because it was something that I've always, done. So it's kind of like, in a way, it was a little bit of a crutch too. So getting rid of it was sort of like, no, not sort of, it was very like strange at first. But now I enjoy it so much, like I don't even want a guitar now. So it started off as kind of just like, I wanted to be able to be a lead man and not be stuck there, So it kind of got...
Who are some of your favorite lead men that like you like look up to?
Well, see, it's funny. Well, see, I love Thrice, so Dustin Kensrue, but he's behind a guitar too.
Yeah.
So, but obviously, like The Used, who doesn't like The Used? Taking Back Sunday, crazy. He's crazy with the mic. So, but yeah.
You do some
But anyway,
mic swings.
I think I did. Maybe I got a little nervous, and I got.
Half the places like a DIY band will play or like small ass bars where like the whole band can't even fit on the stage and like the lead singer has to awkwardly be in the front and just like, I'm not trying to kill everyone with the microphone, but sometimes you just gotta send it.
Exactly.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta send it for
Yeah,
sure.
the best-
Jose sends it though.
Yeah.
He's throwing kicks. I don't know how he's not. Have you ever had an instance where you accidentally like whack someone in the head with your bass or just thrown a fucking...
Who? Besides us? Besides each other?
Tell me about the tallies. Remember you
The
used to keep
tallies?
tallies of how many people?
I don't want to get into the tally thing. But, yes. I think my favorite part about that and any incident I've ever had is probably like when I was my youngest at the first Electric Halloween.
Okay.
Yeah, our good friend of ours was my substitute teacher at the time. I was 17, and he was at the show, and we were doing a cover of Poison the Well, and it was nerdy, and he like went right in front of us, and like I guess like really where my kick started to finally blossom was like at that show, because like he like came right up to me and he was just killing everyone, and I was like, I'll kill you, when I kicked him right in the chest, and I guess
this was in the pit. This wasn't actually.
this is us playing, and then he comes up, killing people. Shout out Dan Borelli, and like like it just.
That's who you're talking about.
Yeah, Dan Borelli got kicked in the chest. He kind of turned me into what I am. Yeah, so weird enough, I guess.
All right.
I've legit seen you in pits throw the fuck down, kicking, swinging, windmilling, all that shit, and you still manage not to hit anybody.
Bro, that's what it's about, man. Like, honestly, like, on, like, a quick little, like, soapbox bullshit, like, I'm not there trying to hit anybody, and if anyone thinks otherwise, like, you're wrong. Like, I'm not there to do that. Like, I always looked at hardcore dancing, and, like, it's like a split.
You're legit dancing.
I'm trying to dance, you know what I mean? A fun fact, I wanted to be, like, a ballerina growing up. Like, by my mom going to 4 classes, I was, like,
really?
I was, like, 5 or 6. I wanted to be a dancer, bro. And, like, I just we didn't have the money for it, so I just never got to do that. And, like, yeah, real fun fact.
You should go back.
I should. I mean, yeah, dude, honestly, I think about it. I'm doing other shit now. I'm doing, like, Muay Thai and, like, judo and shit. But, like, like that's just, like...
Well, you can throw big kicks doing that.
Yeah, I can throw bigger kicks. But, it's not even about hurting anyone, dude. I just want to be able... It's, like, anyone should take up, like, a self-defense class because you just feel more comfortable with yourself. You know what I mean? Like, if anything pops off, at least you know you got yourself at the end of the day.
That's very true. All right. You guys released a new EP, Everything Feels Okay. Tell me what the meaning is behind the album title. Because I know in the song Vice on Ice, the pre-chorus, you say, everything feels okay. Are you just stealing the line from that and just put it there because it's aesthetically it looks nice, or was there a deeper meaning behind it?
Well, there's a deeper meaning behind it because it's like, well, does it? So it's kind of like open-ended in a way. Because, you do kind of ask, like, it feels okay, but is it? So that's where it came from. It came from there, yes, you're right. So we did pull it and pull it there, and we're like, yeah, it looks nice. But... I
mean, I feel like it kind of just symbolizes everything as a whole, you know what I mean? Like, we've, like, if you, like, pay attention to any of our social medias, like, all of us are, like, openly talking about, like, not just, like, the songs themselves, but, like, even, like, what this release means to us, you know what I mean? Like, for an artist to be able to, like, actually get, like, their message out there, they really need to embody their art, you know what I mean? And it needs to be them and a part of them. So for us, it's like what anyone's going through at this age or for the rest of their life. It's like you're going to question, like, is everything okay? Does everything feel okay? And it's just, like, this consistent battle that everyone has every day.
Yeah, it's just, like, you don't know, like, is this normal?
Is this normal? Yeah, exactly. And it's just, like, am I normal for thinking this way? Am I, like, sick? No, I'm like, you know what, dude? Sometimes at the end of the day, you just need to recognize that, like, life's hard. And that you're not alone with that. You know what I mean? There's people out here who you might think are killing it every single day, but they're facing with the same issues as you.
True.
You know what I mean, dude?
Everyone deals with their own problems.
Yeah,
so.
I would drink to that.
Tell me about the writing process of the band, like, as far as this album goes. Because this album sounds a lot different than your guys' other stuff. It sounds a lot more polished. You guys didn't go as heavy on it. How does the skeleton of these songs get written?
So it kind of it depends on which song we're really talking about. But for the most part, Jose and I will like sit down together and be like, we'll compare what we have, like riffs, what have you, and I'll be like, okay, well I wrote this, and then so we'll track that, and then we'll sit there with like, okay, we have a verse now. Let's work on the next part. We'll throw the guitar back and forth, work on the next part. Or Jose will come to me with like 4 parts, and then we'll put it together.
Or 2.
So what we'll do is he'll record like maybe 15 or 16 parts on my computer, and I'll go through and maybe keep like 2 of them, and then write a song around it sometimes. Or like it depends on what song it is, but it's fun. I'm trying to like start with just drums now and see if I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it with the rhythm maybe in the beginning. You know what I mean? I feel like one thing that like really attracted me to Matt, like, as like when I was younger, yeah, I like you. What's up? But for real though, like my first local show ever was at this coffee place in Hamilton, and I walked in, and the first person I ever saw at 15 playing a show was Matt.
Wow. So you guys go way back.
We go way back. Yeah, I was like 15. I didn't even want to go. I remember walking out of middle school, and they were like, "We're going to like the Cascianos to go see people play music." I'm like, "What? That's stupid." like straight out the bat, I was like, "No, that's not me."
Sean Paul Jose, right?
Yeah, Sean Paul Jose. I love Sean Paul. Sean Paul was actually my first artist that I ever got into. I used to hate music.
So you went to your first local show, and you're just like, "I want to be in a band."
No, not at all. Not even close to what happened. I saw Matt, and I saw this fucking like tumor in his fucking neck. It's the vein. He just has like when he sings really.
Oh,
yeah, it's his vein, bro. Something about like some people just got this fucking like.
He's got a good yell face.
Yeah, and I was just like, whoa, and I stood for his set, and like it was like. I always like admired anyone who would go up on stage and like be able to do anything in front of a crowd because that's someone I wanted to be in life. You know what I mean? I wanted to be that person who can go up on stage. I wanted to be that person who people liked. I wanted to be like everything I saw in that moment. You know what I mean? As a kid growing up, like you want to be accepted. You know what I mean? And seeing that, all those things actually flew by me. It wasn't really so much like wanting to be accepted, but like, wow, like I was taken back seeing someone perform the way they felt, and I kind of saw through that, and like. Years later down the line, he's playing again acoustically, and like they actually just lost their bassist that day.
Yeah.
And then like I asked to join, and that was like a pivotal moment in my life because it was like, am I gonna go be a track star or some bullshit like that and like jump hurdles like a fucking like Mexican? You can bleep all of that out, I don't care. But you know, fuck it, I am. You know?
But you
get what I'm saying?
Your ass to learn bass and.
Yeah, and then I went through it all. You know what I mean? And like it was a real big learning process. Like back to the writing process, like. It's such like an important thing for some people to understand that like you can't have your hands in everything. That sometimes someone in the band needs to take over. And one thing that we do really well now is that Matt within this release, I feel like one reason why it might sound the most different is because Matt's also pushed himself the most he ever has before when we were writing these songs. You know what I mean? And like I remember you going up to me being like, you know, like I always thought I was really like trying my hardest, but like when I really got to sit down and like tell myself, I'm like, that's not good enough, let me try again, you know what I mean? Like, that's someone who really cares about their fucking craft, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to settle for what you do, you're going to say, fuck that, and try over and over again until you get something that you know you're proud of.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, like, this was a real big release for us, not just, like, musically, but also just, like, as us presenting our art and our brand and who we are as a band, you know what I mean?
This is literally going straight into the next thing I was going to ask you guys. I want to know about the process of releasing this EP in a DIY style. Who took on the responsibilities for what with the band, with the whole release? We got artwork, we got press, we got social media, music videos, getting on Spotify playlists. Who's responsible for taking over all the business end of releasing this album?
As far as press goes, I know Jeremy sent out like a lot of emails to people trying to get press for us, but we kind of did a few things a little too last minute. But we tried keeping ourselves on like a clock. Like one thing that people need to understand when they're running a business is sometimes you need to... Nothing's ever going to be perfect, you know what I mean? And if it is, that's great, and that means you did it the right way by taking your time, and you know what I mean? But when you put these deadlines on there, like, if one thing's wrong, you'll understand this. When it's your creation, it's hard to not let go of something that might be minuscule, because you might be like, well, who's not going to notice that? Everyone's probably not going to notice that. It's probably going to be you and, like, 2 crazy fans.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, like, for this stuff, it was me, Matt, the band, all of us sitting down and really talking about, like, how things are going to get done. And at the end of the day, we realized that some people need to just step up where they're best at. And for me and Matt, it was really envisioning the direction of this band and the art. You know what I mean? Like, we knew what we wanted to be, we knew what we wanted to sound like, and we knew what kind of style we really, like, resembled the most. Like, we've always been kind of like a darker imaged band, you know what I mean? Like, we're more like, I wouldn't say like a heavy band, but more just like we like darker tones. We like...
You dabble.
Yeah, we dabble with...
It's catchy, heavy.
Yeah, but it's also like advertising yourself an opposite way. Like, I remember one thing I brought up is like Ghost. You know what I mean? Like a great example of a band where they like write pop music, pop rock, but they look like a goth band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, why aren't more people doing the opposite of that? You know what I mean? Do something different in something that's already being done, but it's not different itself. You know what I mean? It's like, same but different is what I always like to say with some shit. You know what I mean? Me and you will go back and forth. And like one thing we learned when we wrote with people like Ace or fucking Nick and shit, they would be like, same but different.
Yeah, tell me about the whole Ace and Nick experience recording at the Lumberyard. When you guys went in there with the songs, were the songs... obviously, they had to go through the gauntlet of being produced by the guys. Just tell me about the experience.
You want to go first?
Sure.
Who did you work with there? Because I got to work with Nick the whole time.
We worked with Ace
and that
first.
was a dream for me.
Yeah, we worked with Ace first,
yeah,
and
then that.
We produced the songs with Ace. He helped us tweak some things. And then when I actually got in the booth, I worked with Nick.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, same. The vocal booth. Yeah. So same concept. We tracked guitars with Ace. You went into the other room with Dom, right? And tracked bass.
Yeah.
I didn't see you at all. So.
Well, yeah, we really didn't see each other much for most of the.
So what's cool is they, that's how it works. They'll take somebody in a different room and bang out everyone's individual parts. So
it's really cool what they have. They have the cloud system. So once one thing's done, it sends straight to the other room. So they have the track. It's so cool how they do it.
Yeah.
It is, and it saves a lot of time. So that's cool that they do it that way. But yeah, tweak a little thing here or there, like maybe add a transition or like leads came later on. I wasn't there for the leads actually. That was all
Tyler wrote them down, and then we had to come back, and it was just like, some of the things that we learned writing wise is like we kind of like tamed ourselves more in some ways, because some of the, I guess, like advice that they would give us is like for some of the leads that we used to do, we used to be a lot more like post-hardcore. Some of our stuff, it used to be like a lot more sporadic. Like if you listen to a song like "Hate Is a Strong Word," like the leads are like everywhere on that. That song's like lead central. But when you go over to like our newest stuff, it's all complementing the vocals. You know what I mean? It's complementing the song as a whole, and everything moves more collectively as a unit. You know what I mean? And like I think that just goes with not just what Ace and Nick were able to do with the pre-production and just like helping us out rhythmically with a few things, but also back to like Matt being able to like envision what he wanted the song to be. You know what I mean? So like those things really helped.
So it was a good compromise.
It was a really good. This was probably the best compromise we've ever had going into there, because like, we're definitely not gonna like front on anything. Like when we first went in and we did like When in Limbo and shit, it was like it was.
By the way, that album is my favorite that you guys has put out. Like those 3 songs are so solid. For all the viewers listening, the song 191, which I didn't even know you guys had a music video for.
Yeah.
And oh my God, I got chills watching that music video. I was like, this is so cool. I wish I came up with this Illuminati looking idea. Like, this is so cool. Like,
thanks.
And I happen to know that you guys used to work with a certain media company for like 3 of your music videos.
Yeah, for like AJ, yeah.
You guys split ways with him to work with someone else for.
So right now, what we're doing is we've actually started working with our friend Kyle. He's pretty sick.
Kurt?
No, not Kurt. He's not talking about on video. He's talking about like the social media, like, and he's like
we talking about video, I thought.
That he moved it over. Like, he was talking about PR.
No, it's not video. About the music video.
Oh, the music video? Oh, okay, my bad. I'm on crack.
No, you filmed the new music video with Kurt.
Yeah, Kurt.
The one, but the Vice on Ace was with Jesse. Yeah.
So, but it's funny because we still did work with AJ for that as well. We rented gear from him. Yeah. So we used his gear, and then Jesse. So AJ's a really good friend of ours, and we've been working with him like for years.
Since the first music video.
Yeah, he's great.
Give me a moment. Him too.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Can I ask you guys what he charges per music video? That was gonna be another question I had.
Professional rates. I feel like that's the best way I can put it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something like, I would say this right now, going out the gate, working with AJ was great. Working with Jesse was great. But if you're a band who's starting out, working with someone like Kurt was probably our best decision up to date. Because he's the best rate-wise. You know what I mean?
I'll let you guys know, for heaven's sake, what we did when we released Bed on Black music video. We got charged $1,800 for it. And we worked with our buddy Eric Burleson, who does amazing work. He had all this amazing equipment using like red cameras and stuff like that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And then after we recorded at Lumberyard, we met Kurt, and he was charging us $300 per music video, and we're like, fuck it, let's record 3. Like, this is in the budget. Like, let's just do this. Like, we could do 3 in the price that, like, way cheaper than what we did just 1. Yeah. So for all the listeners listening out there, like, you could still record a professional music video at an inexpensive price if you have 5 members in your band and you're all splitting it 5 ways.
I mean, I feel like to anyone who's listening out there, like this being what it is to all the Crowded Rooms podcast, if we're talking about like music and business at the end of the day, like if you're looking to work with somebody, make sure that the person you're working with isn't just affordable, but someone who also is willing to work with your idea and isn't willing to change that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to front about anything. Vice on Ice, love the music video, really not happy about it.
Really?
No.
What aren't you happy with?
Because our original ideas weren't used.
I want to hear the original ideas.
The original ideas were supposed to be, and like, you know, and it is what it is, you know what I mean? Like, this is the truth, you know what I mean? Like, we wanted a music video that we're gonna highlight people in the middle of their vices. You know what I mean? Because, and you know that moment when you're just really fucked up, sometimes you're at your lowest point and you don't give a shit? You don't give a shit. You'll laugh it off. You'll be like, oops, I smashed my face on the concrete and now I'm bleeding. Whatever. You know what I mean? I'm go home, go back to the bar, I'm go do whatever the fuck I need to do to get through this day. You know what I mean? Because we all go through it.
Yeah.
This is real shit.
I got a tapestry in my room that says, takes advice to be nice.
Sometimes, and you know what, dude? It sucks to say that, but you know what I mean? We've all gone through it and that's real shit. And I love Jesse, one of the most amazing videographers we've worked with. But when he spoke to some of his team about the idea, they were just worried that we would be glorifying drug usage, you know what I mean, and things like that. And it's like, bro, I'm not glorifying drug usage or anything like that. I'm being real. You know what I mean? This is my art. Don't censor me. Don't censor me, you know what I mean? Like, we're artists, you know what I mean? If your art is not controversial, are you really making people think? Are you really even trying to challenge the way...
That's the worst thing. You show someone something, a piece of your art, and they have no opinion on it. It's just boring.
Yeah, because you know what? It's at the end of the day, it's one of those tones where it's like, oh, if it's not what's trending or what's popular right now, or if it's not with the popular mainstream opinion, people are just going to go ahead and boo you right off the bat. But I don't care to be a part of that, you know what I mean? We're a band who went out here to do something that represents us and who we are. We have our own lives. We have our own stories. We have a story to tell. So why am I going to go ahead and let someone else mess that up for me? You know what I mean?
Jose, you're a talent seeker. Who's a band out there that you see that's like really just like breaking boundaries?
Breaking boundaries, that's so like vague though, because there's so many different ways to do that, because I feel like bands in so many different senses of the word are doing that. Whether it's like a band like Jordan's band, like For Those Who Can See, who are just grinding, you know what I mean? Like when it comes to like getting on shows and like putting your band out there and playing, networking. You know what I mean?
I'm talking music-wise.
Well, I mean, it goes all around, you know what I mean? Like if I was to have to say like music, oh, there's so many like bopping bands right now, man.
Maybe even like trap artists. What do you got for me?
A trap artist? Oh my god, no, don't even put me in this scenario. Yo, you know who I should say? Let me look at a fun little list real quick. Let me name someone who might be on Electric Halloween. Let me just go ahead and name someone who might be on Electric Halloween. Probably be the best one. Who do you think? You have anyone? Honestly, locally though, some people who I do think are killing it and are great, and just like putting out some stuff like Tygos. I love Tygos. I'm a big Tygos fan. Tygos to the Runner.
They're good, dude.
They're a good band, you know what I mean? Good dudes and shit like that.
They're like the most mature sounding band in the area, making real mature music.
Let's see. Oh my god, there's so many. Oh my god, there's so many. I'm a big fan of a lot of these bands. Oh, shout out. Oh my god, I don't even. Here, you know what? I'll just start off with like Cognitive, another great death metal band. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I feel like when it goes out of the range, like someone who I've played shows with since like 2015 to like now, and seeing how far they've gone musically and just like grind wise, and just like how their sound has evolved. You know what I mean? Like,
so they're defying the mainstream and evolving.
Well, I feel like they're trying to change up what's going on in their genre. You know what I mean? And I think that's like important. And I think that any band who's willing to do something a little different than what's going on, it's important for them to do something like that.
Sure. You're gonna have to link me later.
Oh yeah, I don't even listen to death metal like that, bro. Like I don't fuck with it like that. But like every time I see them play, I feel like a demon possesses me, and I just.
He gets in the pit. he goes full ninja mode.
Yeah.
So do you guys mind me asking? So for Everything Feels Okay, monetarily, what it costs you for the whole release?
For the whole release? Let me think about that. Including all the music videos?
Music videos, artwork, recording, everything any kind of press.
Our final number's probably going to be close to around like.
Did you guys?
I was about to say 5 or 6.
Yeah, we were 6 too.
Yeah, but that's including like.
But that's how you do it professionally.
Yeah.
DIY, to be completely honest.
And that doesn't necessarily mean that it needs to be just like, from like when we released it to now. That's like money that we've invested that's going to be lasting us from like this point when we released it in June all the way till like next year in June. Yeah,
so you have time to save up. So all the listeners out there who may want to be in a professional band and like really take that step to move forward, you got to do things professionally. You got to have a professional release. And like if you have 5 members in your band, for a release to do it DIY without a label, just save up like $1,300, like. And, you know, you could do things the right way and, like, really, like, look good on the internet. and set yourself out from, the shitty band, or not, I don't want to say shitty, but like, bands that like are
entitled bands. I feel like there's a lot of entitlement and not just like our music scene. I don't mean that, but I mean like in music in general. I feel like too many people get upset for trying to do something and not getting the maximum results back from it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like I feel like, and like I've said this before, man. I feel like everyone, like if you look at yourself right now, you know what I mean? Do you think you should be further from where you are right now, or you think that where you're at is pretty accurate? You know what I mean? And like it sucks because people like to go ahead and be like, oh, it's because fucking like I haven't met the right person. And yeah, like sometimes it is who you know, and it's a make or break situation. But there's bands out there who have gone out and grinded and toured constantly and put out media constantly and have made that their whole life. And like I question myself every fucking day, where like I'll do one thing and I'll be like, bro, I think I just wasted literally 4 hours doing this when I should have been doing this. And it's torturous, bro, because when I say you have to engulf your life in it, dude, like, I'm like, I want to hang out with my family. I want to go see my friends. I want to fucking, like, work a job. It is a sacrifice, and people don't understand that.
That's another thing. What do you guys do? So, in a DIY band, you still got to work 40-hour shifts. It's not like any money's coming to the band, like...
Yeah, or, like, sell drugs or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you might have to, Or, what do you guys do?
Well, I normally landscape with my dad. Him and I do that together, but...
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So do you have, like, weekends free for shows?
Bro, Matt can't work right now.
Right now, it's been rough because I have Crohn's disease, so, like, I've been dealing with a lot of, like, health issues.
It's not one thing. It's
yeah, tell me about it. So, I know, for, like, I don't know, like 6 months now, it's been a little rough, so, but...
Anytime I go over Matt's to go write music with him, like... 30 minutes in, Matt needs to like lay down with the guitar, and he can't sit up.
How are you feeling right now?
Well, I had to sit on this dog thing.
Oh my god, I didn't even know grab that. I'm so sorry, dude. Do you need like water or anything?
Actually,
you brought your own. I forgot you brought your fancy bottle.
She's like, do you need to bring the glass? I'm like,
bring the glass.
It's dope, right?
Yeah, it's right, man.
It's funny too because like it's like Matt's so fucking modest about everything he's going through in his life and shit, and like doesn't even fucking like to talk about it. But like I'm over here, I'm like, bro, fucking tell the world, you know what I mean? Because like
I wanted to know, like,
bro, I think everyone should know because I'm not saying like exploit your shit. I'm saying like, yo, bro, there's someone out there right now dealing with the same shit as you who needs to hear this right fucking now. Who needs to know that there's a reason to get out of bed and that someone else out there is pushing themselves just as much.
Hey. Listen, everyone out there has the same 24 hours in the day to get shit done. Matt, personally, I think you're an inspiration in the sense that you're dealing with all these health issues. You work a full-time job. You have time to write music. You have time to handle social media. You have the time to play shows. And it's it kind of makes me want to like work harder as a fellow musician. And I mean that, bro.
Yeah, it gets my balls hard.
Alright, so he feels awkward that I just complimented.
No,
he loves it. Favorite song off Everything Feels Okay? Both you guys.
At the same time. One, two. I'm not doing that. What's yours?
Jam, I guess, yeah.
Good one.
That's the most different one on the album, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. I've never really...
It kind of sounds... It's kind of the same vibe as Wishing Well.
There you go.
Like, it's
so,
chill,
yeah.
but then...
It's like the next level of it.
It's
like the next level of like Wishing Wells evolved a little.
Yeah.
But in like a different sense, you know what I mean? One's like, they're about different things, you know what I mean? One's a little bit more like, I guess like memorial based. Like that song's completely like about a really close friend of ours who like passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So what does JAM stand for? It's...
Joshua Martinelli. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's his initials. Wow.
Yeah, there was a bad car accident. My friend Elliot was driving, and Josh was in the back seat, and they were racing, and they were in Monroeville. Someone made an illegal left turn, and so they hit that guy.
Oh,
that guy died, and then my friend in the back seat flew through the windshield, and so they had to fly him out to the
That's
ICU.
awesome. You guys made a song for him.
Bro, he fucking deserves it, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man,
Have
he
the fans heard the song?
Yeah, they love it. So that's all we wanted to.
I'm sure it means a lot to him.
Yeah.
You listen to it, bro. Like, I know for
family,
sure.
man. Like, they've been through so much, So I wanted to be able to do something for them and for him. So I'm glad we were able to do anything,
Sure.
So.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are we saying? I'm sorry.
Matt wants to play it live. I can't play it live. I feel like it'll make me cry, bro, every time. Every time I listen to that song, bro, like that person, like it's not just like that person was important to Matt. That person was important to everyone in our band. You know what I mean? Like everyone had encountered this guy and everyone knew him growing up, dude. Like that's one of Matt's childhood best friends, you know what I mean? And, like, for me, like, when I was getting bullied and picked on and shit, dude, like, he was, like, the kid who would, like, stand up for me and shit.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like, that's, like, the fucking boy, dude. Like, if you don't fucking, like, do something like that for someone who passes away, dude, if you can't fucking, like, keep their fucking memory going, dude, like, that shit goes away, dude. People like that are 1 in a million, dude. You know what I mean, dude? Like, you gotta hold on to what you got right now, dude. And, like, when that happened, dude, that was a long-ass fucking day for everyone who fucking knew him.
When did it go down? Was this more recent?
It was 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it's still
flew by, man. Yeah. It feels like it was yesterday. Yeah.
But, fucking...
Jose's like, I have a special place in my heart for that song, but
I don't want to. That's like a cop out for me. Like if I say it's my favorite, I'm like, nah, bro. Like, fuck you. No, oh man, dude, I would have to say it's either between like Parasites or
Parasites
like Parasites is dope. Mm-hmm. If you don't like your own fucking music that much, I don't even know why you're in your own fucking band. Okay, like. You should be repping your own shit. You know what I mean? Who's gonna rep your brand but you, right? Mm-hmm. Or Neurotic. Neurotic. Yeah. Those are like two of my favorite. I would.
Neurotic's the one you shot the new music video.
Yeah. Shout out Kurt. What's good? Yeah.
Serious
shout out
cinema.
to Kurt Fowles. He's the bull.
Yeah.
If you're in a band and you're trying to get that good-looking music video, he's the bull to hit up.
Yeah.
The bull. Yes, sir.
Yep. All right, we're gonna wrap it up soon, guys.
All right.
But I gotta say, I love the music video for "Hate Is a Strong Word."
Oh yeah, thank you.
It's got like a, I don't want to say like Pulp Fiction vibe to it because like, it starts off with a little dialogue and it gets you all intrigued, but. What the fuck is that music video about? I watched it with multiple people and everyone's just like,
it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's supposed to be like weird and cryptic. It's not supposed to make sense,
super
bro.
cryptic.
Yeah.
So, long story short, it's like yeah. So if you watch the storyline, it's like, all right, there's two dudes. The dude at the gas station filling up the can, unrelated to the dude in the car, but you see their stories happening, side by side the whole time, and then towards the end they come together again, and they both committed a murder, and they're both running from what they did, and they come together thinking that, kind of like we were playing off like a paranoia thing, like. Oh, so they're gonna like fight to the death because he knows what he did, or
they both know each other just did some fucked up shit.
Yeah, so they're gonna fight to the death now, but I guess it's just more confusing than.
Especially at the end when you put the guy's hoodie in the guy's room. Yeah, shout out to Nick Delois.
Oh yeah, because he fucked him. That's what I thought. I was like,
he fucked him.
That was the plot twist. I thought it's just like he fucked him and he bounced and he left his hoodie. Everyone go watch the music video for "Hate Is a Strong Word," but also go see Ice and Ice because they just released it. What else we got for you guys? Actually, that's it. Those were all the questions I had for you guys. I had a really good time talking to you guys.
Yo, we had a great time.
Thank you.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, you did a great job.
Dude, guys, thanks so much for coming by.
I was fidgeting.
Yo, can I shout out something real quick?
Go for it. Plug.
Oh, yeah, plug first. First thing, last thing. Next show we're playing is going to be October 18th, 19th at Electric Halloween. We're going to be co-headlining with 68, Octave Cat, and Maximus Anime. So it's going to be a pretty sick 2 nights. We're doing a double set. We're doing like a My Chem fucking cover set, and then we're doing like a fucking like Your Persona original kind of day. So.
For anyone that doesn't know out there, there's a camping festival with music and art. It's called Electric Halloween.
And pro wrestling.
And pro wrestling this year.
And comedy.
We
got a beer this year, too.
Is there magic this year?
There's magic still.
There's still magic.
Yeah, there's fire spanning, man. There's everything.
I went last year. It was a great time. I wish I stayed both nights, which I'm going to be going both nights this year.
Bro, someone said this, and this is true. You don't go to Electric Halloween during the day. You go during the day and you stay all night. Because the real shit happens at 2 a.m. at the campfire down.
That's where I fucked up. And I missed Kanashi's set, which...
Maybe...
That's on me.
Maybe you will get another chance one day. They played
early. Kind of.
They played like at night, though. I'm hitting at something, maybe. I don't like Yeah, we'll see what's up. Full lineup drops soon.
You might have to come out
I might have missed a little hint.
Yeah.
You guys got inside jokes?
Yeah. I'm inside of...
Of
course.
Okay, cool.
Shout out to them.
But thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I want to do a quick plug. My friends in Off Guard just released a new EP called Lose My Mind With My Heart. These guys are fucking awesome. They have their last EP, they had a sound that was super like a mix between Cartel and Panic at the Disco, and plus their own signature sound mixed into it. And this one is more like a all-time low and in our own words kind of sound. And I love these guys. We did a weekend run with them, and also we're gonna be playing their EP release show September 1st. These guys are awesome. My favorite song off it's Overnight and Bounce House. So go check it out. And that's all I got for you guys tonight. My name's Mikey, and this is To All the Crowded Rooms. Go check out Your Persona. These dudes are awesome. Yeah, and I don't know.
Yo, I need a Red Bull sponsorship. Help me out.
Red Bull. Goodbye.